Ross, it's so good to chat to you here on Small 90.4 for my friend. First and foremost, here we're standing at, I think, end of February now, 2021. It's been a roller coaster of a couple of months. How you been, bud?
Been good. We've been keeping on as much as we can. Obviously been forced indoors with the rest of the world.
Absolutely. Listen, I have to ask you, I mean, Prime Circle as a band, I mean, you guys are going on 20 years in the industry and you have done some incredible stuff over the years. I mean, what is that like for you guys? I mean, first and foremost, I mean, you're holding this title of rock royalty in South Africa.
Yeah, it's freaky, man. I don't know where the time went. It's gone by really really fast. And we're glad to we're glad to still be together and be able to make music. I think a lot of bands, it's very difficult to keep going. It's a very difficult industry. So, and for us to have been able to roll and like be able to take the punches from each other and the industry over the years and keep going. I think 2020 was a big sort of milestone, something that we had to sort of face and see if we could do. But it's really good to be 20 years. I can't believe we're 20 years old. I mean, it's crazy.
It's ridiculous. I got to ask you about the past couple of months, the whole lockdown, because of course, speaking to a lot of other artists, you know, some came out and said that, you know, it was a great time for them. They were able to be very creative. Some said that, you know, the doors of creativity closed on them completely. They couldn't work. They struggled. What has it been like for you and the band? What have you guys been up to?
Well, for me, I think all of us in the beginning, we sort of took this break as a sort of a godsend in a way. We've been touring for, you could probably say 14 of those years, 15 of the years. So we've been on the road. So I think for us, it was just time to take stock and be with family. I think Marco had missed every birthday of his 18-year-old daughter's birthday, you know, like, so he'd like missed everything over the years. So just to be with family, I was with my folks that moved in with me, and it just sort of that was an amazing thing. And not to be a musician for a while, so I wasn't that creative initially. And then sort of as the months rolled on, you sort of get sort of, it became a bit harder. So then the creativity was even harder to find. But I think sort of at the end of it now, it's been coming back, and we've been working on a lot of new things. I've been working on a lot of music and a lot of art and just trying to be as creative as possible.
I think it was also nice to have taken a bit of a break, you know, kind of forced
Yeah.
upon us because, you know, we're so busy with our lives in general. It must have been nice to just wake up and like, oh, well, I don't really have to do anything.
Yeah, I don't have to see those guys' faces today for a little while. That'll be great. Yeah.
Listen, it brings me to this weekend. It's a big one for you guys, the 28th of February at the Ticket Pro Dome, which is also a kind of iconic venue for you guys as a band. Music
Yeah.
in empty spaces, my friend. Tell us all. We want to be part of it.
Yeah, so it's a crazy. People could say this is the worst idea they've ever heard in their lives, or the greatest thing they've ever heard in their lives. But we just sort of like, when the opportunity came around that we could play inside the prolific dome, and it's sort of somewhere where we drew a big line in the sand and became this bigger band. I think that's where one of the first shows we ever played on the Birds of Prey tour with Live, and after that show, it was just everything changed for us. So when we got the opportunity to play the venue, and they just said it would be open and just we can go against the grain, and you know, it was illegal to play music live to people, so we decided to just go at it and just play this venue. And it turned out to be so amazing just to be inside that venue, and it was great to play music again with the guys. We're a bit rusty, so we spent a few days in there just running through stuff, and I think I got three layers of dust off my voice, but it was a lot of fun to do. And yeah, just such an amazing thing. And maybe it'll eventually turn into a series that we'll do of empty spaces around the world, and a lot of prolific places that have sort of that no one goes to anymore. And we might do it with a lot of other bands, and let's see what the future takes. But for this one, it was just so incredible, and we threw everything we had at it with production and lighting, and that was another thing, just to have the crew back with us, the guys behind the scenes. They've probably had taken a worse knock than anybody, and just to see that they'd survived the storm in a way, and then and there's some light at the end of the tunnel, you know, to see the guys coming back to work. So it was nice.
Look, you guys haven't earned the kind of title of South Africa's rock royalty for nothing. You guys are phenomenal, and I know that, you know, South Africans particularly can't wait to see you guys live again. So how does it all work? How do we sign in? Where do we go?
You can go to CompuTicket and get your tickets there. There's also Clean that you can go to, CLEENG. And then just, you can get your tickets and invite a few of your friends who you know who have been social distancing. I wouldn't encourage too much big crowds, but that one ticket can get your whole family the show. So it can go a long way, buying one ticket. So that's the way sort of where, you know, I would do it. It's sort of just get together and throw a little braai and watch the show. It's going to be at 4:00 on Sunday, Central African time.
It sounds fantastic. Ross, thank you very much for your time. Please give my regards to the rest of your bandmates as well. I'm so happy to see that you guys are doing well, that you guys are healthy, and that you guys are still rocking South Africa. We absolutely love it. And I hope that there's going to be a major, major success, this global streaming event. Music in empty spaces.
Thank you.